Hi, I'm Vanessa Wadowski from Low Entropy. Welcome to Facilitator Friday. Today, I'm excited to have Ms. Vrindy Spencer here with us today. Hi, Vrindy.
Hello, excited to be here.
So, Vrindy, can you share with us a little bit about your journey and what brought you to be in the place of where you are today and why you decided to step up and become program facilitator for Conscious Connections?
Wow, okay. So, my whole life story right in just a couple minutes. I've been interested in looking at self-worth for a really long time. When I was growing up, I would go to international camps, peace education camps, and anytime I was in these short but small intentional communities, I just grew so much, and I discovered so much about self-love and compassion for others as well. And so I was just really interested in that. And then in university, it brought me to wanting to create that for other people as well. And then I looked at in university what conditions optimize a sense of belonging. And that was because of my own experience with belonging within the residential campus that I lived in. And the whole experience I had of being in community, finally, for the first time, where I really related to people so fully and felt really seen. And then when I graduated, I discovered, you, Vanessa, and all the amazing things that could be possible in community. And I was so excited. I have been dabbling in it for years. And I've always been interested in working with my peers. And so I think that there's so much strength in working in groups to do self-reflection and understand not only yourself better, but then to share it and express that. And to have people support it is, I think, the biggest transformation that we can have. And so this is my favorite topic in the whole world. I love it so much. I'm really, really excited that Low Entropy exists and that I get to be a part of it. This role within Conscious Connections is my dream of getting to bring adults this feeling of knowing that they have this worth inside of themselves and people just get to witness it. Yeah.
Beautiful. And you talked about how on your journey, you seem to be kind of somewhat intellectual in that you studied these conditions to foster belonging. So what did your research come up with? What type of conditions?
Yeah, great question. I really wanted to discover intellectually how people or I could set up a space so people could come in and they would just feel belonging. I really wanted to intellectualize those feelings, absolutely. What I discovered was very much against what I had hoped, which is that individuals have to believe that they're worthy of it in order to feel it. And so that kind of threw all my plans out the window of just setting up these spaces. And I discovered that it's not about the spaces. The spaces are important, that individuals do have to come in and be willing to be seen. And I've done, I'm looking into like Brene Brown is one name that's quite common that comes up. And so her work and others where people talk about the more you know yourself and are able to share that, the more you're able to be, feel that connection.
I've heard you a few times now talk about how it's important to to know yourself. And what does that mean? So say for somebody who is kind of new to personal development and they hear that term like know yourself, know thyself, what does that mean exactly?
That's hard. So for my undergrad, just going into intellectual again, I looked at what conditions optimize a sense of belonging, and I defined belonging as the understanding that you are an integral part of a community that embraces you for being authentic. And the authentic part, I think, is the know thyself part. And I didn't define that word because I think it's so important for individuals to decide for themselves what that means for them. And I think that I intellectualize things, but I'm very feeling oriented. So I have strong senses within me of whether I'm on the right path or not. And so that's what works for me. I think everyone needs to discover what works for them. And I think a way to do that is to like tune in to yourself. And I think everyone has this, it would, I imagine, show up differently for everyone, but a sense that things are either right or things are not right. That little bit of intuition niggling. And I think that's yourself. I think that's what you could know. And so then listening to those messages. And it's for individuals to understand what who they are and who they can be in the world so that they can be bigger selves, so that they can expand, or like whatever it is that they need to do and to be, but just to be able to follow their own path and their own light a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you're definitely leading by example and following your path and what works for you. Thank you, Vrindy. This has been really powerful, and I'm super grateful to have you back home
Yeah.
and to have you as our program coordinator for Conscious Connections, and to share your gifts with our community and help expand it. So
Thank you so much.
Mhm.